Welcome, everybody. Thanks again for tuning in. So, this time I am gonna drive around some ghetto. So, I'm gonna be showing you around where I'm at. So, this is Brookside and rural. Look at that house. Old house in the ghetto. I'm sure back in the day that was like one of the most expensive houses in town. It's a really nice house, but this is in the ghetto. But I'm gonna take you into some of the streets that are a little bit away from the main roads, just for the sake of taking you there. As you can see here, they've done some projects here to get things right. But ahead of us here is Keystone. It's 10th Street and the notorious rural. So that area is rough. But so I'm turning here. Again, this is what the ghetto looks like. I think people think of the ghetto as like always filthy and bad houses. No. This is exactly what it looks like. You're gonna have churches, you're gonna have some stores, but the ghetto does have its own unique characteristic, I guess. You're gonna have a lot of cars that are parked on the street. You're gonna have some potholes, so there are some potholes here, and of course you're gonna have some very fast moving cars behind you. And I used to live here, guys. I used to live here. I was working at the building, not the tall building, but the white building in front of us. I used to work there, and I lived in that building, even though it was a commercial building. That's what made sense at the time. And you know, let me get my camera right here. But anyways, so we're gonna back out of here and we're gonna go back to the main road. Let's see. All right. See if we can get out of here without causing a crash. But again, it's just crowded everywhere. But this is mild. This is really nothing. Everything looks good here. So that's building here. I used to live here, and I used to see a lot of different characters every day. There's a chicken place here at this corner, and of course the barber shop. You're not gonna have ghetto without a barber shop. So this building here, wow, they fixed it. So I'm not sure if the barber shop is still there, but that's where it used to be. But this is 10th Street. This is East 10th Street. So it looks kind of beat up, but it's not as dirty as I thought it would be. Just a little overgrown, just old. That's what you are seeing here. But overall, the place still looks decent. They have some new apartments here, which is an addition to the city because they didn't used to have that. And then we have see, here you gotta be respectful of the school bus. So we had a school bus in front of us. I'm not sure what this car is trying to do. There's this Audrey's furniture place. It's been there for years and years and years. Right. So yeah, this used to be a bustling business district, but now it's mostly like ghetto, I guess. With yeah, so here we go. This is where, you know, people live here. These are the neighborhoods here. People live here with their families. Look at that house. It's really boarded up, isn't it? See, somebody's on a wheelchair. It's really not bad. The only thing is, like, you don't want to be here at night. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be here at night. During the day, it's nice, it's safe. But even some weekends, I would say you just gotta be careful when you're gonna drive around here. Forgot to check what street this is, but anyways, a lot of trees out here. But I mean, you still see a few people walking around. One thing you have to watch out for while you're driving in the ghetto is other drivers. There are people who don't respect traffic rules around here, and so you have to be careful. Just because you have a right of way doesn't always mean the other people know that, or does it even mean they're going to obey that. So let's see. I already have somebody driving like right behind me as if they are in such a big hurry, and you know it happens. So this is Michigan and LaSalle, so I'm on LaSalle. So there's a building here to the right, well known. It's a women's mission. We used to work with some people from here, and looks like there's like some popos here, so something's going on there. I don't know, but and I'm just gonna turn here and just kind of backtrack to where we were. And let's see. Yeah. So that's your ghetto. That's part of the ghetto. Now there are some parts that are really, really bad. Like really, really bad. These areas here are just like, I mean, the houses are just so close to each other. Super close to each other. But other than that, I mean, not a bad place to raise your family. As long as you don't get in trouble with anybody here. There's a lot of like Latino populations here, because I used to live here, and years ago there was like you could name a few families that lived here. Now there's like a lot of families that live in these areas, and there's some good things we can say about that, because one, it kind of preserves the neighborhood, because while the neighborhood may look poor, it seems some of the families are willing to live here. They're not just renting and passing through. I don't know, because this lady's not happy that she's blocking the traffic. Like, she's just like pouting about it. Get out of the way. But you have a lot of abandoned houses here as well. A lot. And too bad it's too bright, but this side here, you know, you see a lot of houses that are just abandoned. And they don't look that great. But yeah, this is what it is, man. This part is still rough, but it looks like there are some efforts to improve the area here. Alright, so I'm kind of back to where I started. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a different street. So we just passed 10th again, so this takes us to the other side of 10th. So there's poverty here, but you don't just see it. I mean, for some people this may look like a mini paradise. If you live in a mud house, I mean, compared to this here, like this looks nice, you know. So on this side of town you're starting to see more people, but it's also in the evening, so it's like around 5:30. So there's a lot of kids that are out of school now. People are coming back from work, so typical to start seeing some people around. But as the sun goes down, that's when you're gonna see even more people. And it's August, so it's still hot. All right. Okay, this is Dearborn Street. I believe this is North Dearborn Street. Again, cars everywhere. Cars everywhere you look. There's cars. And nice cars too. But this is something we are starting to see where people are putting fences in front of their yards. That has not always been the case. Like here, the open concept has been the case. But like, look here. Look at this fence. That's a new trend now. People are trying to build these fences just to keep themselves and their families safe. Oh, I remember that house. Somebody has like a greenhouse back there. Let me roll down my windows a little bit. That way we can get a better view of outside. So this is sunny, but you see there's some houses that are being renovated so they don't look as bad. Yeah, this is Dearborn Street. Alright, let's see. Alright, so I believe we're coming to the end of this neighborhood. Brookville Road, Brookside Road. So there's a park out here, a nice little park. And it's funny how from where we were to where we are now, the contrast is so big. Like this is still the ghetto, but people that live out here may actually feel like they are not in the ghetto because the houses are nicer. They have this huge park in front of them, and overall it looks like a pretty decent place. Now if you keep going straight, which I'm going to be turning here soon, if you kept going straight, you will eventually so Brookside Park, you will end up in what is it called now? You will end up on the other side of Sherman Drive, and that side is unique because then the houses don't look the same. So the houses don't look the same, and it's much cleaner. The yards are much bigger, you know, because back in the day, these areas used to be like not all connected. Yeah, so there we go. We raise the camera a little bit, that way you get to see. See, somebody just left their mattress here, but that's probably because it's gonna get picked up tomorrow, because tomorrow is probably trash day. But you know, if you need a mattress, you see that one, you are more than welcome to take it. I mean, that's how things work around here. So I didn't even tell you guys which street is this. A lot of them are gonna look the same. Let's see. There are people working on their cars here. Yeah, a beautiful day. It's such a beautiful day. It's like 81 degrees, but it feels great. Yeah, it feels great. Alright, so 13th Street. So this is gonna take us back to 10th Street, but what is this? Keeling Street. Oh, I remember we used to do a bus route around here. We would pick up children. Like, this is when I was going to this one church. I was helping out with the bus ministry. We used to pick up kids in these neighborhoods. We made a lot of friends over the years here. But I live very far away from this area now, but I'm just getting this nostalgic feeling of being around here because it was just great. It was just great, you know, and seeing those kids, some of those kids today, they are grown, they have their own families. So yeah, look at that. That's a very yellow house there. All right, well, oh yeah, that took us to, okay. All right, so we're gonna change the streets. Oh, let's see. guy here. What's he trying to do? Let me get out of the way. Oh, things are so different here. There used to be like some store there. Now it's a dealership. Okay. So now we are approaching Sherman Drive. Look at this bridge. It looks beat up, man. It looks beat up. This looks beat up. Alright, so we're gonna make a turn here on Sherman Drive, and we'll take Sherman to this other neighborhood. So the houses on this side, of course, are, you know, yeah, kind of, they're alright, old, but there are some changes here. It looks like there's some warehouse here on the right. They're building. This area used to be just abandoned. There was hardly anything there. And I'm sorry guys if you can't hear me, but I figured I will get the windows open so I can show you what's going on the side. So we are approaching Washington Street, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one of these side streets. This is Michigan. Well, Washington Street is one of the main streets around here. Man, it's just so empty today. It's just so empty everywhere. You don't see as many people. I'm surprised. Although 80 degrees may be too hot for some people, but it's just so empty. And of course, everybody plays their music loud. I was hoping that's something you will hear more today, but no, it's not. They decided to keep things down a little bit. Alright, so I'm gonna try to make a turn here somewhere. There's the popo checking on somebody. I'll see. Some of these houses here, there's one that looks like it's abandoned. Oh, is it the gas station? It's that brick house ahead of me to the left. Looks like it's abandoned. But let's see what happens here. But thank you guys for tuning in and staying with me, and I'm hoping that this video will give you some idea of what you would like for me to post in the future, or to even discuss, or you could even tell me which neighborhood to visit. But yeah, look at this duplex here. It's definitely abandoned because it's boarded up. But yeah, this area is kind of rough. Not gonna lie, it's kind of rough. Let's see. So this is New York Street. Alright, we're able to go through New York Street. Got some people just hanging out there. Either they're from work or they're just, they probably don't have a job, just sitting around there. Okay. So, yeah, that's that. So I just showed you this area here. Yeah, some of these places, man, are just sort of beat up. You know, grass overgrown. There's like mattresses everywhere. There's always mattresses, right? Always mattresses. Okay. So essentially this place used to be better back in the day, but obviously not today. But this is Sherman Drive. You could take this all the way down to Beach Grove. This bridge is notorious for flooding when we have too much rain. Alright, so yeah, that's that, guys. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you just chilling with me. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of a different turn here. Let's see if this will take me so it's gonna be too bright. Warning, it's gonna be too bright, too bright, too bright, too bright. Alright guys, I paused the video back there because it was just too bright, because I'm headed west and the sun is about to set, so it's really bright. But I am now by the area called Twin Airs. An interesting place, if I may say so myself, because this used to be like really I don't know, kind of like in the heart of a ghetto, but it has changed dramatically, and that is due to some of these buildings here. This is a fairly new building, sorry about that. This is a fairly new building, and then on the other side there you have the parking garage, but there's a jail. The main jail now is located in this area here. So this area here, again, I was showing you the parking garage. Actually, let me take you back here. There's a well-known McDonald's here. It's been there forever. So this place used to be kind of junky, and it has improved in recent years thanks to the jail being built right across the street. So that huge building there you were seeing was just built in the last 3 years, and instead of the jail being downtown Indy, they relocated inmates to this facility here, and it's a nice building, obviously, and there's a parking garage right there. So that has automatically made the place look more presentable. All right guys, now I am on Keystone, and this kind of takes me out of the ghetto a little bit, but we'll revisit again some of the neighborhoods. I can show you more about these neighborhoods, but I appreciate you guys staying with me and watching this video, and next time we'll continue. But I remember people who used to live in those houses there, the family that used to live there. But yeah, this is like, it feels so natural to me because I've lived here for so long. But I appreciate it, guys. So I'm headed south now. I'm on Keystone, and as you can tell, I'm kind of moving away from the ghetto. But there are some other neighborhoods out here that have dramatically become the ghetto due to, like, I don't know, poverty, unemployment, drugs, and the suburbs, because this is where people used to live. You see, this is where people used to live. But and when I say people, I mean like the middle class used to live back in the day, and now this is kind of where the lower class lives. But these places again are still nice, but a lot of services left with the rich and the middle class, so a lot of people here sometimes struggle for services. Alright, so thank you so much for staying with me. Until next time, guys.